CLS Monthly Market Review. I'm your host, Robin Murray, here today with, as always, Chief Investment Officer Rusty Vanman. Hey, Rusty. Hey. All right, so let's get started. Let's take a look back at June. How did the markets perform and how did CLS do?
Well, the month of June was kind of a step back for globally diversified portfolios. International markets were, well, really all the markets were down, but international markets were down a little bit more, and so was the bond market. But it was still a decent quarter and a very good year for globally balanced portfolios, and CLS participated in those gains.
All right, and looking forward, what's CLS thinking and how our portfolio is positioned?
In terms of our outlook, again, I always want to plug on our website, the PM Insight, which summarizes all of our outlooks, but a couple of the key points, we're still expecting below average economic growth over the next 12 months. That said, we really don't anticipate a recession. We are expecting below average returns for the United States. Again, valuations are high, though we're sort of looking for positive returns there. And also in the bond market, again, interest rates are low and we are expecting below average returns there. But again, still positive. I think a big question we've been having of late, though, is what should we be doing with European exposure or bond markets? And obviously, Europe has backed up in price a little bit lately. All else equal, we are looking at buying more Europe. And when it comes to the bond market, what's interesting is that we have been defensive on bonds, but what we have been doing lately is we've actually been buying some longer-term maturity bonds with the backup in interest rates.
All right, well, finally, let's address that elephant in the room, which has got to be Greece.
Yeah.
How are investors reacting or should be reacting to those headlines coming out of Europe, and should they be reacting to headlines at all?
I love this question. I mean, it kind of hits a big button for me, and it isn't just Greece right now. We're hearing about China or Puerto Rico, the Federal Reserve, when are they going to raise rates? We're hearing all of this stuff, and really, we're all long-term investors, and so how do you match this daily noise with long-term investing? And the answer is usually you just don't. The best thing for investors to do is to just avoid the headlines, stick with a long-term plan. Probably the best thing an investor can do is if they're worried about risk, then they should just talk to their advisor, review their risk tolerance, and just see what needs to be done. It's always a good practice to do anyway, and I think in this environment, you just don't want to you want to make sure you're not taking too much risk. And just getting to Greece, I mean, remember, this is a country that has the economy the size of Detroit's. And over the history of Greece, they're always in financial stress. So it almost isn't really big news. And I think while it is causing short-term market volatility, it may create some opportunities on the margin in some areas. It's just a story that most investors are best suited just to ignore.
All right, great insight as always today, Rusty. Thank you. And that's it for this edition of the Monthly Market Review. Thank you for your time and trust in CLS Investments.